Welcome. This is a series of videos to inform the public regarding the truth of history entitled Lies About the Formation of the United States of America. This is lesson number 6, The Proposed Fix, February 22, 1787 through September 20, 1787, written by the Union States Assembly historian and the videos presented by Union States Assembly. This information can also be found on the Union States Assembly website at www.unionstatesassembly.org. We will be doing a brief introduction of some of the basic facts you have not been taught about the formation of the United States of America by the public and private fool systems, which is where Americans get brainwashed and are told lies. In this lesson, we will be looking at several documents, which are the Journals of the Continental Congress. These documents can be found on our website as well as at the Library of Congress. It is important to produce these documents in order to prove the truth of what Union States Assembly is presenting. Without such, this could be just another one of those internet speculation videos which many people believe as being true but provide no proof of such claims. Let's get started. May 25, 1787, with 29 delegates from 9 states present, the convention begins in the State House, which is Independence Hall, in Philadelphia. A total of 73 delegates have been chosen by the states, excluding Rhode Island, although only 55 will actually attend. There are 21 veterans of the Revolutionary War and 8 signers of the Declaration of Independence. The delegates are farmers, merchants, lawyers, and bankers, and with an average age of 42, and include James Madison, the central figure at the convention, and 81-year-old Benjamin Franklin. Thomas Jefferson, serving abroad as ambassador to France, does not attend. The delegates' first vote is to keep the proceedings absolutely secret. George Washington is then nominated as president of the convention. How many of you are aware of the secrecy involved and why? The why is they purposely wanted to commit sedition by proposing a usurpation of the lawful government and replacing it with their concoction, even though it violates the federal law that created the convention and the purpose for such. June 19, 1787. Rather than revise the Articles of Confederation and Perpetual Union, delegates at the convention vote to create an entirely new form of government. The delegates have violated federal law based on the February 21, 1787 resolution with the task of this convention for the sole and express purpose of revising the Articles of Confederation. June 20, 1787, Oliver Ellsworth moves at the Federal Convention to call the government the, and in quotes, United States, end quotes, uppercase U, uppercase S, and not, in quotes, the United States of America, end quotes, as in the style of the Confederation, as specified in Article 1 of the Articles of Confederation and Perpetual Union. This is clearly seditious and treasonous actions of identity theft by these traitorous delegates at the Federal Convention. On July 13, 1787, after many months of debates, Congress enacts the Northwest Ordinance, which establishes formal procedures for transforming the Northwestern Territories into states. It provides for the eventual establishment of 3 to 5 states in the area north of the Ohio River to be considered equal with the original 13. The ordinance includes a Bill of Rights that guarantees freedom of religion, the right to a trial by jury, public education, and a ban on slavery in the Northwest. See the Journals of the Continental Congress, Volume 32, pages 334 through 343. Of note, this ordinance only applies to the territory north and west of the River Ohio. This ordinance does not apply to territory south and east of the River Ohio. The main reason the ordinance was passed by only 8 states was a way for the federal government to be able to sell land and tax the inhabitants as a means of paying off the federal debt. No state ever used this ordinance, and no states were created under it. On September 17, 1787, 39 delegates vote to approve and then sign the final draft of the new Constitution. It may be deemed to be a unanimous passage, but the state of Rhode Island never had any delegates attend the convention. Also, in signing the final draft, Only one delegate from New York was present. Thus, this clearly was not unanimous among the 13 states or nations, as is required for any changes to the federal Constitution as specified in Article 13. Every state shall abide by the determinations of the United States and Congress assembled on all questions by which this confederation are submitted to them. And the articles of this confederation shall be inviolably observed by every state, and the Union shall be perpetual, nor shall any alteration at any time hereafter be made in any of them, unless such alteration be agreed to in a Congress of the United States, and be afterwards confirmed by the legislatures of every state. September 19, 1787. For the first time, the proposed new Constitution is made public as printed copies of the text are distributed. A storm of controversy soon arises, as most people had only expected a revision of the Articles of Confederation and Perpetual Union, not a new central government with similarities to the British system they had just overthrown. The delegates at this convention knew the limits of Congress and on what they can and cannot discuss, and also required the approval of Congress. They carefully constructed a way to usurp the lawful government by resolving that Congress just pass on the new Constitution to the states without taking any action, thereby bypassing the requirements of Article 13 for making any alterations to the form of government. Bypassing all the additional shenanigans that occurred during the convention, which will be discussed in our next lesson, the convention sends the results to Congress on September 20, 1787. Included is the new Constitution, a letter from the delegates at the convention stating how to implement or bring forth and put in place the new Constitution, and a personal letter from George Washington, President of the Convention. See the Journals of the Continental Congress, Volume 33, pages 488 through 503. The next lesson will not look at what were the results of this convention, but rather why they were the results. My guess, which I'm sure is 100% accurate, is that the Jesuit-run public and private full systems, regardless of what level, never discuss any of that with you. This is why things are the way they are today, and that is why we are doing these lessons, to teach you the truth so you will know where things went wrong so they can be fixed.